Welcome to this tutorial on creating an announcement in Blackboard. When you log into your Blackboard class, this is your home page. Your home page defaults to the announcement area. Some descriptions about the announcement and how it can operate are presented here. You'll notice that in this particular test class, there are a couple of announcements in here already. This one says item is not available. This one does not have that moniker. We'll talk about that in a minute. Any new announcement that you create will load in the bottom. So if I add another announcement, I have the ability to change it and move it where I need to, but it will add down in this location. So let's create an announcement. Click on the button, Create Announcement. That launches this screen. You should give your announcement a title. Maybe it's Welcome to ACC 101. Could be Welcome to Seminar 1, Welcome to Week 1. Then you would type your message into this particular spot. The message can be text. You also have the ability to record a video announcement using the built-in webcam in your machine. You can enclose an attachment, an image, lots of different things you can do here. Just for purposes of our conversation, we're going to use a text announcement. Okay, so I'm not going to finish fulfilling the requirements for this, but generally what you want is something that directs students to next steps. So you'd want to identify, maybe you want them to go look in the faculty information area. You want them to check out course information and what's in there. You want them to go either into a seminars folder if it's an online class or into weekly folders if it's a face-to-face class. There might be other things you might want to tell them about. You may refer to the fact that the discussion board is an area for communication between students and faculty. If you're using private feedback groups, you may also have this button as well. Basically, what you want to do is spend time identifying and explaining various aspects of how do I start and how do I navigate around from the toolbar over here on the side. So when you are done, you have some options that you have to deal with. You have to decide whether or not it's not date restricted, which means it will show up at the top of the list of all of the announcements. And technically it is forever because you haven't identified when it's going to be live and when it's not going to be live. You can always go in at a later date and stop the particular announcement. If you notice from the beginning opening, we had some that were unavailable and some that were available. The way that happens is you go down to this area called date restriction and you decide how long you're going to display it. So this is today's date. Essentially at midnight this will go on and it will display either forever or until I literally go in here and adjust the date. I can change the date to whatever I want to. I can go grab a calendar and pick out a date. I can adjust the time. I can send a copy of this announcement immediately, which means each student will be emailed that this happens. I generally don't do that. Generally, you're not going to put a course link item in there, but that is something you can do. This is all you need to do to create this particular announcement. When you're done, you hit submit. And the announcement is created. Now, it is right here in the top of the list, but notice it says item is not available. Again, the reason that it's not available is I set it to go on at midnight tonight. Going back into edit, we can see that it's today's date, the 24th, but it's at 11:59 p.m. and I'm recording this just about 1 o'clock p.m. So if I were to change this to the 24th, which would be yesterday, and hit submit, our announcement is now visible. Students will be able to see this as we're going forward. Okay, that's all there is to it. That's how to create an announcement in Blackboard.